Thanks so much. We are joined by Yankees Senior VP and General Manager Brian Cashman here on the pregame show. Big day following a busy day with the trade deadline, but tonight George Lombard Jr. makes his debut for the Yankees. What told you and your group that he was ready for the promotion to become the shortstop for the Yankees?
Well, you never know. Obviously, they just have to continue to climb the ladder and conquer all at the lower levels, and he's earned the right. He's really come on strong at a very young age. He's, obviously defensively, he's been ready for probably a couple of years already. And then offensively, I think he's really shored a lot of things up and put himself in a position to be, strongly considered here for quite some time. And we've made the move.
I know even earlier in the season, you talked about him being plug and play defensively. What type of progress has he made at the plate here in 2026?
Yeah, he's impacting the baseball. He's standing out amongst his peers at obviously the highest level in the International League now. So he's got some slug, and obviously with the speed, the combination, he's impacting the ball. So we think we have to make those calculated decisions about measuring that versus this, and this is what we currently had versus what we think he could provide, and the scales recently have started to tip enough where we're like, it's the right move we think to make and give him an opportunity and see where it goes.
A lot of people in this organization, they go out of their way to discuss the high character for George Lombard Jr., and they mention his upbringing, his parents, obviously his father, a former big leaguer. How can that all translate into a player's successful makeup on the field? Well,
our manager, Aaron Boone, is obviously Exhibit A on that. He comes from baseball royalty, a family background, and so I agree. I think having family history like George does, and being around major league clubhouses and growing up in that environment gives him basically a little bit of a leg up of understanding as you enter the game of pro ball, and probably factored into some of the levels that he rose through at such a young age, because this was not new to him. These are all speculative answers, but I do think it being a byproduct of really high character quality people in his parents, and being exposed to major league clubhouses throughout his entire life, very young life, I think it's nothing but a benefit. But he's got his head on straight. He understands there's going to be, some exciting moments and then some tough moments, but I think he's prepared for all of it, and we're prepared to react to it with him. And so he's going to get some runway, and like anybody else that you give a chance to, and we'll see where it takes us.
On the flip side, hard decisions had to be made. Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, both sent down. These are two players that have had high prospect profiles to their name in the past. Why do you feel it hasn't fully clicked for them at this point in their careers?
Well, unfortunately, baseball's not linear. It's a really tough sport. In Volpe's profile, he obviously came off of a shoulder surgery, and so relaunching. I don't know measurable how much that's impacted getting him shooting out of the gates. Little complicating factors, in fairness to him. You have Caballero, who wasn't expected to be the shortstop, but then completely took charge of the position, while Volpe was finishing off his rehab. And so when Volpe was ready to be deployed, we had some tough decisions to make. Cabby was flying high, and so that pushed Volpe, into a roll or wait and see mode. And then when he did come back, it was somewhat back and forth, a competition, a shared situation, which probably didn't help matters either in terms of getting your sea legs back under you. But that's the nature of the beast. We're trying to win games up here. And so the profile is all there, I think, for Anthony to still be, a high quality major league player. He'll go now to Scranton, and we'll obviously get him everyday reps to continue to see if we can optimize his offense and defensive profile and his base running profile. This guy steals a lot of bases. I feel like he's capable of a lot still. As challenging and difficult of a decision is to send him out, I know he'll respond well to it. Go dominate in AAA and resuscitate rather quickly, hopefully, and hopefully there'll be a lane back from here at some point this year, and obviously we'll see how it all plays out.
Really quick, some of those everyday reps for Anthony, will they come outside of shortstop?
That's the intent, is to have him get some exposure in other spots, because You never know. Right now, like in Caballero's case, if our manager navigating a lineup, for instance, or, on a daily basis with potential injuries or matchups, Cabby's got, versatility in his profile. So Cabby is in play for a lot of different opportunities when they present themselves. It's a tough left-hander in the mound, and Booney wants to go with Cabby at third. At least he's in the discussion. Same with second. If he wants to give Jazz a rest, or if Jazz needs a rest for a day, Cabby's in the discussion to be there at second because he's played there. It's in his profile. That currently is not, in the arsenal of an Anthony Volpe yet. He is more than capable. He is a really talented, quality player. So just to try to diversify his profile is going to be a benefit to him and therefore for us as we move forward. So hopefully we get some of that started.
I'm glad you mentioned Caballero and the versatility there because it has to do a lot with platooning. And in this day and age, you see more and more major league teams operate in the sense where platoons are necessary. They're vital. How invaluable has the platooning operation been for each team given the state of the pitching right now?
Yeah, I mean, you can maximize matchups. Listen, everybody's got their strengths and then they got their weaknesses, and some guys are pretty extreme. Obviously we just imported two guys that have extreme splits. Ramos, crushes left-handed pitching, and Garcia crushes right-handed pitching, and so for Booney to have those type of weapons to exploit, depending on the daily matchups, whether it's starter or somebody out of the pen if they're not in the game, and be able to shoot that bullet off the bench, those are invaluable for any manager in terms of matching up and try to maximize offense. And offense in this world today is more difficult to come by than ever because the pitching in the history of baseball has been never tougher than it is today. So if you're a hitter, you are facing, in the history of the game on a daily basis, innings 1 through 9 or beyond, the toughest pitching the history of baseball has ever provided. And all due respect to Hall of Famers, those are facts.
I know you picked up 2 trade deadline acquisitions there. You probably didn't get a full night's rest, but you got more sleep than you've had in recent weeks, about 24 hours past the trade deadline. Your overall thoughts of what you're able to do and the league-wide impressions of the trade deadline?
I mean, overall, we attacked the deadline the best of our abilities. We're excited by what we were able to bring in because we think that they've improved us in certain categories. And, of course, disappointed that we couldn't do more. It's as simple as that. So we're always, there's some deals that we were getting close to that got away from us that looked like they were promising, and then the opposing team decided to change their mind or move a different direction. That's typical in the winter or in the summer, and there's always big game out there you're trying to pull down, but it wasn't to be had. So I'd say both sides of the coin. Excited for what we did, and always wishing to do more, but the fallback is we like what we have too, and we're looking forward to going to war with it.